Hello sir, this is Samir Rahman and this is design problem 1 of mid3 and what we need to do here is that we need to write a software that will save all the student information of 2018 NEC students in file registry.csv, and the format of the data will be shown like this: name, then ID, and then there will be the score of them, and the student info must be model as a struct called student. However, we can use the keyword struct in main to create the variable. So let's just use type definition struct here, and let's just go to the problem directly. So what we will do is that we'll use type definition struct here, and the struct name will be student, and inside this what we will do is that we'll say character name, then we have character ID, and class we have score, so the same score. The ID here is 20, we have given it before. The character name, let's say 50, and at the end we need to give the struct name student. So this is the type definition struct here. Then in the main function what we need to do, so let's just give a function here, create choices here, and after that what we will do is that we'll use this function to get the choices from the user. And let's just write another function, give choice for file open type. Here give choice for file open type, and then we will basically use switch here, and for case 1 what we will do is that we'll write the file function. We'll write the function and then write the file here for case 1, and we will just give this break at the end, and we will be using it two more times. So I'll just copy and print this. We don't need to write this anymore. And so let's say read the file and append for case 3, and we have another case here which is basically default. And for default what we will do is that we will use printf, which is print an error. So, and at the end we will return 0. So this is it. So we can see so far we have used 4 functions: print choices, give choices for file open type, write the file, read the file, and append the file. So let's just work with the print choices function first. We will copy this part and just print it here, and what we will do inside that, we will say printf print 1, and we'll use line break at the end, and we'll use it for read and append too. So let's just copy this part and we'll put it here. So if we want to read the file and append the file, you put 2 for read and 3 to append the file, and at the end we will use return. So basically this function doesn't return anything as output, so it's just a void function here. We need to put the function prototype at the very beginning. So let's just put the function prototype here. Say void print choices. After that, what we will do is that we'll work with this function. Give choice for file open type. Let's just print this function. And what we will do basically inside is that we'll use int choice. Use printf to that. Give choice, and then we use scanf %d to save the value. And we use choice as an % here, semicolon at the end, and we will be returning choice at the end. So we have made another function here, and this is in returning an integer as an output. So let's just copy this part and the function prototype here. So we have made two functions here. After that, what we will do is that we will write this function, which is basically write the file. So let's just print this part, and what we will be basically doing here is that we need to open the file first. So use file fopen, and we can use any directory we want to save the file. For my case, that's gonna be in F. So let's just say F, and the name is registry.csv, and as we are writing it, so it's gonna be W. We write, and inside this we will use another new function, open file from console. Let's say then we need to save the file. We have given these two functions in the question. So we'll just use read info file. Let's say taking info pointer 1 value, and it's returning. So let's just close this now, and this will take fd12 as input, and open file console will take file pointer 1 as input. So this is basically write the file, and read the file is quite the same. What we need to do is just change the names, and that will be it. So for read the file we will say read the file, and for append we will say append the file. It's opening file pointer 2 here. For read the file, opening the same file. For read we will use R, small r. It's opening by using this function, open file from console. And after that, what we will do that for reading, we will need to give another function that will just read the data from the file, because we don't want to save the student data and the student data. So that's not gonna be the function we are using. We will use another function, what we will call reading data from file, and this will take file pointer 2 as input 2, and we will give file pointer 2 close file pointer 2. And for file pointer 3, or I can say append the file, everything is gonna be as equal to we wrote the file. We just need to change the file pointer 1 to file pointer 3, and all of these are gonna be all void functions because it's returning nothing. So all of them are gonna be just void. So let's just copy this part here and put the function prototype at the beginning. Let's say void write the file, and then 2 more times for read the file and append the file. So far so good. We have used 5 functions and gave the function prototypes at the beginning. So after that, what we need to do is that we have used this function open file from console. We need to work with this function, and for this function what we basically can do is that we can say, sorry, it will be opening the file pointer 1 here. So let's say fp1 file pointer star or pointer, and inside this what we will do is that we will use an if function here. So if the function file pointer is null, we will use an error here, and we will show the error by using printf. So we'll just show the error here, and it will return nothing as outcome. So, but if it's not void, then this will return 1. So basically this is returning an integer. So let's just put the prototype at the beginning, copy this part here and put it as a function prototype. So we have made another function of file from console, and after that what we need to do is that we need to work with the reading data from the file function. So just copy this and paste it here, reading data from the file, and this is also taking input file and star file pointer 2 as working for file pointer 2. And what we will do here is that we use a while loop here, and inside this while loop what we will do is that we'll use *ch get the c, and inside this we'll pass the value of file pointer 2, and we'll then use an if function here. So if the character here is end of line EOF, we can say, then what we do is that we just break from it, and we need to give this to char to get the character. So this is another function, and we can see that it is returning nothing. So we'll just say it's a void function, copy this and put this in the beginning here. And finally what we need to do is that we need to work with this function here, save students date info to file. So let's just copy this part and let's just write this function. This is taking file pointer 1 as an input like the previous ones. Then inside this what we will do is that we'll say number of student, and after that we will say student s of allocated size is here 100, and then we use printf to say get the number of students, and we use scanf to save the value. It's gonna be %d and number of student, and put a semicolon here. And after that what we will do is that we'll use a for loop here. For int I is equal to 0, it's gonna be I less than number of student, and we will implement it by using I++. And inside this for loop what we will do is that we'll just print first we will say enter name here and save the value by using scanf, and as this is a string so it's gonna be s string, and pass the value of I dot name here, and we'll just copy this part, print this 2 more times for ID. Let's just remove this, we don't need it anymore, we need it just for the first one. So we will say enter ID, and then we'll say enter score, and for ID this is also gonna be string, but we need to change the name to ID. But for the score, as it's an integer, it's gonna be $d, and it's gonna be score here. And after that, what we will do is that we'll use f file pointer 1, and inside this we will just give all of them name %s. After that, ID %x, and at the end it's gonna be score %d. And what will we do here is that we'll just copy this part of string name, copy this, print it here, copy this part, print it here, and we copy this part and print it here again, semicolon. And at the end, what we will do is that we'll say printf and the line break. So this is it, and if we build this and try to run it, and let's see if it works. So we can see this asking for if you want to write, read, or append the files. So let's say we want to write the file first, so we say 1 and we press enter, and it's asking for the number of students, let's say 2, and it's asking for to enter the ID number. Let's say first one is 121, the name of the student is, let's say, S, and the score is 22, and the ID number is another one, 22, the name of the student is E, and the score is 23. We press enter, we close this, and I have already opened the F here, and we can see there is a register CSV file created. Let's just open this and see if it has worked. And as we can see that it has successfully printed all the infos in the registry.csv file. It has written it. So let's just close this, and let's go back to our program here, and let's just build this, and now we will just read it on the console here. And for that, let's just build and run it. And for reading the file, we will say 2, we press 2, we press enter, and we can see that we can read the infos of the file in console here. So now let's just build and run it for one last time, and let's see if we can append it. And for append, it's saying to add 3, so I will say 3, we press enter, and we have given 121 and 122 ID numbers. So we will add 2 more students, and the ID number 123, and we'll say name of the student is F, and the score is 20, and the other one is 124 ID number, name is G, and the score is 19. We press enter, we close this, and we go back to this here CSV file, and we can see that we have successfully appended the registry.csv file here. So this program is working perfectly, as we can see. Let's put some comments here. We can say using switch to take users file open type, then we'll say thing choices here. We have used it to get users input, we have used it to get users input, give choice for file open type, write the file. This basically writes the file. This basically reads the file, and at the end this appends the file, and after that we have used open file from console. We'll say checks if the file is null, reading data from file, checks for the EOF, and then we have used this for just saving student grades, and we have used this to print and save name. We have used this to print and save ID, and we have used this to print and save. So that will be it. Thank you, sir.